folks, this is all the fruit, and the debate between Duku, Langsat and Longkong is a long-standing one. Well, when you Google the differences between Duku and Langsat, there are several opinions. Some say Langsat is the sweet one, Duku is the sour one. Others say Langsat is the one with the thin rind, Duku is the one with the thick rind. I actually am inclined to believe the second school of thought, like Duku thick rind, Langsat thin rind. Then there is Longkong or Dongkong, supposedly a hybrid between Duku and Langsat, sterile and from Thailand. So, what's the difference between all those three? Well, for the botanists, the difference is minimal because they're all the same species, Lansium domesticum. On the first glance, they might look a little bit like Sapindaceae, but if I'm not mistaken, right now my internet is not working, I'm not mistaken, they are Euphorbiaceae, which is strange. Edible fruit in the Euphorbiaceae family. Guess I am mistaken after all. Well, when you go to the cold high mountain market of Kundasang, you will find a lot of vegetables grown in the high mountains where they taste better than here in the tropical lowlands, well, in the equatorial lowlands of Borneo. You will also find a lot of fruits which are mostly not grown up there, but brought up from the lowlands. And if you go there right now, most fruit vendors will have three types of this fruit. Some will have only one or two, but some will have three. Yes, they come from the three different farms. Maybe they all even come from the same farm. And they will all tell you, this is Duku, this is Langsat, this is Longkong. Well, if you question their identification of the different fruits, they will say, okay, now, this is Duku, this is Langsat, this is Longkong. So, basically it seems somebody told them that this is Longkong, but they are not so sure. I have eaten Longkong in Kalimantan and I can tell you this here is nothing like Longkong. Longkong looks a lot like Rambai. And yeah, nothing like this. Before I taste them, in my opinion, I would say this is Duku, the one with the very thick rind, and those two are Langsat. However, of course, Duku and Langsat, they are groups of varieties, and there's crisscrossing and crossbreeding and seedling trees and grafting and so on going on. So I think by now maybe, yeah, grouping everything into Duku and Langsat and doing it in a monophyletic way, like grouping one genetically distinct group from the other one, is a little bit difficult. So my opinion is, as I said, everything that has this super thick rind and the more warty skin is Duku. Everything which has the softer rind, see here most of the, here maybe 80% of the weight is in the aerials, here it's less, maybe 60%. So this, in my opinion, would be Langsat. And I don't think there is Dongkong anywhere in this, in any of those piles. I think we have two different Langsat and one Duku variety. The Longkong looks different. Look up my video on it. Now let's try them. So there is this school of thought which says that that Duku is the sour one. Sweet and sour, also nice and aromatic. Let's try the second fruit. Unfortunately, there's something in the bigger stereo, so we can only try the sterile ones. More sweet. So yeah, the one on the left is sweet, sour and aromatic. Now the one which they sell is Duku, but I think is Langsat. A lot more flesh to eat from. Since the rind is much thinner. A bit less sour. I would say also a tiny bit less sweet. And the flavor is a different one. Let's try the second fruit from this. Nah, this one seems like it's not in its prime anymore. But yeah, tastes similar to this one. Not surprising, they are from the same branch. Now the third batch, which I would say is also some Langsat. A lot more sweet with the flavor like some apple varieties. Yeah, same. A lot more sweet. So this is the most sour one. Could be the Duku, however it's very sweet. I've eaten Duku which were so incredibly sour, I had to spit them out. This is the sweetest one. I would say this is a Langsat. This is the mildest one. Not as sweet and not as sour as the other ones. But since it's mild, still a very nice balance between sweet and sour. So folks, what do you think? Did they say the truth on this market? Is this Duku, this Langsat and this Longkong? Or is this Duku and those two here Langsat? What's your opinion? Please tell me. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich island of Borneo. Of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.